So far, the suspect's name has been confirmed. We know he's from Richmond Hill, a suburb just north of Toronto. And according to a LinkedIn profile of his, he is a student at Seneca College. Unfortunately, there's been some misinformation with people quick to take to social media to try to find out more details about this person. Another person with the name Alek Minassian from Richmond Hill posted on his Facebook account saying it was not him and that his family and friends are being harassed by media. So at this point, we don't have a lot of information, and people should use restraint in waiting for more confirmation from the government and the investigation by the police.
Heather, how are police treating this investigation?
At this time, what we know is that the Toronto police are carrying out the investigation. The Ontario Premier Kathleen Wynne has said that all levels of law enforcement are collaborating on this, the Toronto Police, the Ontario Provincial Police, and the federal RCMP. And Toronto Mayor John Tory has said that it will be a complicated investigation. We're expected to hear more information from the police chief this evening, in addition to those comments that the deputy chief gave us earlier today, but it's expected that this investigation will take at least a few days.
And we are looking at live pictures from Toronto, very, very close to the scene of that van ramming incident. Looks like there's quite a bit of activity, and we are awaiting a press conference from the mayor of Toronto. Talk to me a little bit about how all of this unfolded, Heather.
So from the witnesses who have reported on what they saw at the scene, this took place at the Finch and Yonge intersection, a very busy intersection in the northern part of the city. And witnesses reported that the van, a white van that appears to be a rental, mounted onto the curb and drove down the sidewalk, swerving and hitting many people. As we've noted, 9 people are confirmed killed and 16 are injured. At least 5 of those people are in critical condition, according to a hospital near the scene. And so once, after going down the sidewalk and hitting many people, then the van turned away from Yonge Street and then was stopped on a side street, where the suspect pointed what had appeared to be a weapon at a police officer. It had appeared to be a handgun. Now we know that that was a cell phone. And after that confrontation with the police officer detained the suspect, and the suspect is now in custody.
And what is the general mood right now there in Toronto where you are, Heather? I mean, seemingly, as we heard from that eyewitness, saw it, people were not prepared for something like this.
This is absolutely a tragedy and kind of without precedent in Toronto. There are not instances of mass violence of this nature very often in Toronto or in Canada in general. So this is very shocking. That said, there's a bit of an expectation that there will be some kind of anti-immigrant fear-mongering from conservative groups. So some are encouraging folks to be a bit vigilant and to push back against those kinds of racist stereotypes that may come out of this and the speculation that may come before the investigation is complete.
What's the reaction from the government level? We did hear from Trudeau a bit earlier.
Right. So the Ontario Premier Kathleen Wynne has issued similar statements to what Trudeau said, which is to, express that the government's thoughts are with the families and the victims, and to commend the first responders on their response to this tragedy this afternoon. In addition to that, the Public Safety Minister, Ralph Goodale, has said that despite this tragedy, this doesn't represent a larger threat to national security or security in Toronto. And the level of threat to security has not changed. That level has been at a medium since 2014, and it has not changed with this incident.